CarolinaPrepper.com. If you're looking for quality food storage for hiking, fishing, hunting, basic survival needs, or just for everyday use, check out our food storage line at CarolinaPrepper.com. We also carry other fine quality products, such as our can-can concealment holsters for men and women. Keeping your firearm under cover and within reach puts confidence in your hands in any situation. Our products are 100% American-made. Check us out today at CarolinaPrepper.com.
And now, it's time to Stand for Truth with the host of Stand for Truth Radio, Susan Knowles.
Good morning, everyone. How are you? Come on in. Come on in. Hey, Robert. Good to see you. Happy Cafe Friday, everybody. Hi, Marianne. Good to see you. Please take that three-dot plunge and invite your followers, if you will. Hey, Hugh. Good morning. Shauna, good to see you. Good morning. Straight Fiction. Wow, like it. Happy Friday. Hey, Barbara. Hey, Jennifer. Good to see you. We made it to Friday. Somehow, some way, we got here. Hey, Sally. Good to see you. We are here almost. More coffee, please. No kidding. I know. It's one of those days. Happy freaking Friday, Shauna said. Yes, yes, yes. Seems that way. Thank you, and good morning to you, Jennifer. Everybody, please take that three-dot plunge. Invite your followers. Everybody on YouTube, if you would, let everybody know that we're here on YouTube today. Audio is low. That's because I'm not speaking directly into the mic queue. Thanks for letting me know. Hey, Ken, how are you? Marlene, hi. How's everybody? Yes, and we're not in jail. That's right, Jennifer. It's always a good part to it. Love the dig, by the way. It's, yeah. All right. Hey, Catarazi. Interesting name. Love your name. Thanks for inviting everybody. Let's roll. Let's get this party started on Friday. Hey, Monique. Good to see you. Lisa, welcome. Good morning, Karen. How is everybody? Amanda, good to see you. Good to see everybody. Tori, hello, hello. It is Friday. So let's get started. Did everybody yesterday, you saw that the left absolutely went crazy over the tweets from President Trump. Hey, Marcia. And we'll continue to go crazy today because really, what else do they have to talk about? They really want to get this going. Why do you call it the left? Because it is the left. Conservatives on the right, liberals are on the left. That's just the way it goes. Left is crazy, Amanda says. Cafe, Susan. Yes, Marcia, Cafe. Good morning. Yes, because they can't report the news. That's true. Or they can, but they don't choose to. Morning, Joe and MSNBC. It's totally lost it, Monique said. Absolutely. Looks like we're having a little, I don't know, is everybody okay on YouTube? Can you see everything, or is it buffering? I see buffering, but it says that I have good health stream, so who knows? They've been crazy, nothing new, Jennifer said. Thanks, Barbara, for the super hearts. Thank you so much. Another good CNN exposure today from James O'Keefe. Absolutely, Amanda. Bye. I can't even open YouTube yet, Shauna said. I'm not sure. YouTube looks like it's having some issues this morning. Everything looks like it's kind of freezing up, but everything it says that it's okay. What did James expose? Just more of CNN, more of them talking about the fact that it's ratings, it's this Russia stuff is fake. I mean, it's more of the same. And it was another producer, I believe. So it's nothing new. Okay, good, Hugh. I'm glad. Because it doesn't look good on my end, like I said, but did yesterday too. Trump is like Rocky. He'll go the distance and knock you out. Yeah, I've heard some people say, Mr. President, I want you to stop acting childish and I want you to concentrate on health care and the tax code. Do you not think that, can he only do one thing at a time? I mean, is that, I know that's what the left does, but do they not understand? I am on Periscope today, and everybody's in Periscope. Not sure why you can't see me on Periscope. There are people in there, and everybody's talking on Periscope. So maybe try that again, or search for me. I don't know. Trump is like the road runner, Tori said. He is, and a lot of people just don't understand. Hey, Carmen, he can do more than one thing at a time. I mean, he's gotten so much done, continues to do stuff, and one little tweet in one little day with the media is not taking him away from his work. You love Kellyanne Conway, somebody said, GMA said. Trump's a multitasking New Yorker. He is. He's a trip. He's a multitasker. Marianne said. Meep, meep. I'm not sure what meep, meep is, but okay. Oh, the Roadrunner. That's right. Not as good as usual, but still okay. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with that, Hugh. He did bait them, and he continued to bait them. And you notice they couldn't go on vacation because they had to be here today to hope somebody would watch their show and try to get some ratings for that nothing of a rating show. Hey, Robert, back again. Yay. Sharon, good morning to you. Hey, Carrie, good morning. Trump messes with the left's minds, and they always fall for it. They do. Yeah, poor babies. Yeah, Sarah Huckabee, that's been kind of in the works that she was going to replace Sean. Sean is going to be doing he's getting a promotion actually, and he's going to be more in the back doing strategy. On a vacation, let them play a sad song. Yeah, audio's a little choppy. I can still see that awesome hair. Thank you, Hugh. Yeah, I don't know what is going on with YouTube. I'm going to refresh my page. I don't think it's going to make a difference, but I'm going to try it and see what happens. Today it seems I'm showing, like I said, good health stream, but it doesn't look good to me with that. Hey, Huey, good to see you. Thanks for inviting everybody. I love Sarah. I think Sarah is getting better every single day. Sarah Huckabee Sanders is getting better every single day. And I really like the way she looks. I love her professional look. I mean, she really is looking so much better. And I think she's dressing the part. Somebody must have taken her aside and said, look, we got to up your game a little bit, Sarah. You got to look the part because it does matter. She did change it up, Shauna, and it does matter. People do look at that, and they judge you by the way you're dressed. That's just the way it is, and especially in a position like that. Must have seen my scope about fashion, Marianne said. I know. Hey, Bob. Hey, GP Dome. Monique said MSNBC is spinning news story on Flynn and Trump, saying he was in contact with, naturally, another dead individual who had connections to a source in Russia, whom Flynn was trying to get. Yeah, Monique, they're gonna try to milk that for everything in the world. Yeah, it looks like YouTube now is running faster and better over there, so hopefully nobody's having any problems. Bob, good to see you, Bob. Thanks for the flowers this morning, Robert. Really appreciate it. What I liked most about Sarah yesterday is the fact, when the media, you knew all they were going to ask about was the tweet. That was it. And they went in there and they basically said, what about the tweet? Well, you have children, Sarah. Okay, let's bring Sarah's personal life into the media, into the press briefing. And it's like, okay, Sarah, you have children. Would you really want them to have President Trump as a role model doing and saying what he said? Thank you for the flowers, Robert. And basically her answer was, you know what? There's only one perfect being, and that is God, and that should be my children's role model, and that's what I would tell them. Thank you, Sarah Huckabee Sanders. Yeah, I know. And she did kind of say that at one time, look, I've asked and answered that. Everyone has to watch that video. He slammed CNN, yeah. So, basically, it was a perfect response. And what are you going to say about that? I'm sure people gasped in the room. Oh my God, she's talking about God now. Yeah, God bless her for talking about God in the press briefing with the piranha around her. And it was interesting too. There was a woman, I don't know her last name. She was on Fox during the press briefing. Her first name is Julie. I don't know the last name. Dark hair, Fox commentator. But all she could talk about was, I wouldn't want my children to see this. I da 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 da. And, then she's saying, I wanted to hear something else in there in the press briefing other than talking about Donald Trump's tweets. And I don't want him to act that way, and on and on and on. Well, the thing of it is, the first question out of the Fox News guy that was there in the press briefing was, let's talk about Donald Trump's tweets. So I tell you, Julie, here is a little hint for you. Next time, tell your people that are in the press room and in that press briefing, tell them not to ask stupid questions. And then maybe you will get to hear what you want to hear. Because the rest of us are sitting there going, when are we going to get to hear what we want to hear? We didn't ask them to go in there and talk about the tweet. We didn't ask them to spend all of the time talking about the tweet. So why don't you tell them, Julie, next time before they go in there, ask a couple of questions. Simple. And stop blaming it on everybody else. No, we will not be doing more together, Karen. No. Yeah, boom. Exactly. Morning, everybody. Beck, how are you? Yeah, I mean, so Fox News is getting to be that, that holier than thou attitude that's coming across from CNN and everybody else, and it's getting really ridiculous. And I'll tell you something, on the other hand, Trump does ask for some of his with his tweets, and I love Trump. Marianne, I absolutely agree. I mean, again, I don't like name calling. Hey, Beck. I don't like name calling at all. I really don't. But, they get it every single solitary day, and nobody seems to question it at all. And somebody was saying, well, Obama. Let me just tell you something. Like, Obama's classier. He never did that, whatever. Nobody came after Obama every single day, all day long. And Obama had the press to back him up. Unlike the president, where the press initiates it, perpetuates it, welcomes it, and everything else. Hey, Bill, good morning. So, hey, Mike, good to see you. When the libs stop killing children, then I'll believe they're concerned for children, Bob said. So he could pass bills. Obama is trash, left the White House nasty, Carmen said. He left the country nasty, Carmen, even more important. Julie Roginski, a true pessimist of our time, never has a positive thing to say about anything. That or always contradicts anything positive with a negative, Monique said. Trump needs to periscope to us once a week. I think that would be a great idea. Hey, Big Ralph, good to see you. Thanks, Carmen, for the super hearts. Yay. Joe and Mika started it. Trump just finished it. I know, Mike. I saw other people talk about, they condemned President Trump, condemned his tweets, condemned his behavior. But here's the thing. If you're going to condemn one, you got to turn around and condemn the other. You got to condemn Mika and Joe, who always call him a liar. Hey, Tori, you have to buy them. Just go to your account and you can kind of scroll down and it'll show you tell you how to buy them. Media attack Trump 24/7, and from time to time they need to be slapped down. Exactly. I mean, I think there's other ways he could slap them down, but again, he did what he did. He's a human being. You can only take so much, and if you're going to criticize one, then you got to criticize the other. You have both were, if anything, both were at fault. So don't be coming out and saying, oh, President Trump this. And the other thing is, oh, well, he's the president. He shouldn't act that way. I didn't hear people saying when Obama said, the police acted stupidly and talked about other things. I didn't hear the press say one darn thing about it because they were carrying his water. Southern gal here, I say, go for the juggler, Laura says. I find him hilarious in a good way. I know, because they loved him. Exactly. He knows what he's doing. And every time Donald Trump has a tweet that comes out and that they go all crazy about, a lot gets done. The bills get passed and everything else. Exactly. He's a human being. And especially when they go after his family, they go after Melania, they go after Barron. Because the first thing that you hear on the left, the first words out of their mouth with the first lady, well, what about her nude photos? You're probably the one watching and looking at Playboy every other day. So don't talk to me about nude photos. This was when she was a model. That's what models do. Okay. If you don't like it, don't buy Penthouse and Playboy and everything else. I don't know. Is Penthouse still available? Are they still selling that, or is that gone? But it's just this hypocrisy that comes from the left. It's ridiculous. Yeah. And the thing of it is, I'm telling you, this is something that I've been thinking about a lot. This is just my opinion, but I really believe it. The left has a new strategy. It's going to be just coming out with stuff like this and going, oh my gosh, look at what he said. And so they keep that going. It's a way to say he's unhinged, he's got dementia, he's not mentally fit, and all that other stuff. I mean, they want to cause this type of chaos and dissension. They encourage it. They start it. They spur it on. And what they want him to do, actually, also, is to not respond, so that they have all of that out there in the media about all their things about, well, he's a lie, their comments about he's a liar, he lies all the time, he's fake this, he's Russia collusion, blah blah blah. And that way they hope that he won't respond, and that way they shut down his response, and the people on the left and some of the other public start to believe that it's true. Hey Monica, good morning, good to see everybody. Sean, I hope you can get into YouTube sometime. It's up and running, and there are some people in there, but they probably need your conversation. Nothing good, he says. And therefore, when they do that, they continue to make him look bad. Whether he speaks, they make him look bad, and if he doesn't speak, they make him look bad. But it's a new strategy. It's a new strategy to shut him down. Monique said, I don't condone nor would I encourage what Trump said, especially when it comes to a woman. However, Mika chose to put herself in that position and has deliberately attacked Trump. You know what? He's just because she's a woman. This is the thing I don't get. He didn't say anything that I think was inappropriate. He said her face was bleeding. I know that there's this whole thing about him and women and blood and blah, blah, blah. Women need to get over it. If you're in the public eye like that, you're going to hear things that you may not like. Quit pulling the race card. Quit pulling the woman card. Just do your job. And if it's a little bit too much for you, I mean, Mika, what did Mika do? Mika went after his manhood. Oh, he's got tiny hands, teeny tiny hands. Okay, did anybody say anything about that? No, it was okay for Mika to do that. It wasn't okay for anybody else. I know, Ralph. I know. So I mean, if you're going to start it, then finish it. They called Trump sexist, but he trashes everyone. Exactly, Lee. Trump gave Mika a slap down, equality, and she got it. Stop the woman thing. She dishes it out, but pulls woman card when he strikes back. If she can't take the heat, get out of the kitchen. Trump's face was way more bloodied up. That's right, Shauna. In that the head of the Kathy Griffin, the replica of Trump's decapitated head. Those men with small hands can surprise you sometimes, Carmen said. Thanks, Carmen, for that. Even senators criticized Trump's tweet harshly. Well, of course, Tori, it gave them an opportunity to come out and look like they were actually doing something. So get back in there, get a health care bill going, get something that the American public wants, and, leave your comments to yourself. Lindsey Graham, Paul Ryan, all you other people. Maybe if Mika would stop making those horrible faces, she wouldn't have to fix it, Lisa said. See, Lisa, I would know because I don't watch her. And Joe either. Why would I? The left's words matter is a one-way street. Yeah, exactly. They want to be heard, and they want to talk down again. They want to say what they want to say about the president and his family, and yet when he turns on them and comes back after them, then they can't take it. It isn't left versus right. It's globalist versus nationalist now. Slay said. Can't even read that whole name. So, again, if you're going to dish it out, then you're going to have to take it. If you don't want to have those type of conversations, don't start those type of conversations. But again, I do think it's another strategy on the left, and that's what they're doing. Yes, it's Friday, and we get to celebrate Independence Day on Tuesday, which means we'll have a show on Monday morning, and we won't have a show on Tuesday morning because we'll be out celebrating. They start them, call them a bully. I know, Marianne. It's just hypocritical. I mean, it truly is. But and here's the thing: when we talk about what Trump said and in his tweets, here's another tweet that came out yesterday, and let me ask you if you heard anything about this tweet. Our new American energy policy will unlock millions of jobs and trillions in wealth. We are on the cusp of a true energy revolution. Did anybody hear that tweet? Did anybody hear anything in the mainstream media about that tweet? Exactly. See, they didn't say anything about that because why? It was extremely positive. Not on MSM. Nope. No, absolutely not. You're very welcome, Martha. Yeah, you saw the tweet, but you didn't hear anything on MSM. Hey, Asher, good morning. Asher's late. Better late than never, Asher. No problem. So again, here we go, and we talk about, well, why can't, even Sarah yesterday said they spent, 353 minutes talking about the Russia collusion. So they spend all of that time talking about nothing. Exactly. The media only talks about the tweets that they can spin and misinterpret. Yes, that's exactly what they do. And so, something like this, something that's important, something that will impact every American, something that you and I would want to know, we hear nothing. In fact, what he wants to do in energy, he wants to take it, and make us the leaders again. Hello from Ukraine. The left are still flipping nothing burgers. Exactly, Ralph. Hugh says the U.S. and Canada need to stop depending on Saudi oil. Asher says, I think they should get rid of the live news brief. I agree. Anybody in agreement they get rid of the live news brief? Okay, Monique, good. Sarah Huckabee slayed them. It was hilarious to watch. Obama, Russia, Hillary collusion. Yeah, the only thing that they should be talking about is Hillary, Podesta, Lynch, Clinton, and whatever. That should be all that they're talking about, and yet we hear absolutely nothing about that. And then yesterday, I think everybody knows, Trump smacks the media down early to get them heading down a rabbit hole. Then he gets to work. Exactly, Laura. It's like putting on your shoes every day. I like the live brief. It exposes libs. In some ways, yes, Martha, but I think we already know, Do not those reported B stars, they are too full of themselves. Oh, the wannabe stars? Yeah. Also yesterday, the travel restrictions went into effect at 8 o'clock Eastern. So some of those countries, predominantly Muslim countries, now there's going to be a 90-day and 120-day vetting process on the people that want to come here. But, and I don't know if you heard this at all, but Hawaii went out right away and put a challenge into court and filed a lawsuit against it because they want the court to define what a close U.S. relationship is because they don't like the definition that Trump is using. Hawaii made a statement of, well, I think fiancés should be included. So the Trump administration, the State Department put out something that said, yes, fiancés are included. But, we have the courts once again stepping in, trying to cause trouble, trying to stand in the way of these travel ban restrictions. How many terrorists visit Hawaii? Let's see. Who visited Hawaii? Obama visited Hawaii. Asher, I saw the live footage of the South Korean leader at the White House, and the media knocked over a table. It was crazy. Funny how the enviro-Nazis go about dangerous pipelines but say nothing about Saudi oil tankers. Yep. SCOTUS is the law of the land. It is. Thank you, Teresa. So, Hawaii says basically, currently the administration guidelines say that travelers from the affected countries can only come into the U.S. to visit spouses, parents, children, siblings, or sons and daughters-in-law. Hawaii's challenge seeks to expand the exemptions to include, now listen to what they want included, fiancés, grandparents, grandchildren, brothers-in-law, sister-in-law, aunts, uncles, nieces, nephews, and cousins of people currently living in the United States. So why don't we just bring the entire family on into the United States, is what they're saying. In Hawaii, okay, now listen, Hawaii is different from the rest of us, okay? In Hawaii, close family includes many of the people that the federal government decided on its own to exclude from that definition, according to the Hawaii Attorney General. Unfortunately, this severely limited definition may be in violation of the Supreme Court ruling. So they want a ruling on that. Yeah, exactly. You know that the people writing these bills need to cover all angles. Duh, we do. Yep, Shauna. I know they want every single, yes, first, second, third cousins, anybody else that wanted to be your cousin but decided against it for whatever reason. Thank you, Martha. Appreciate it. And if you guys would please take that 3-dot plunge and invite your followers, that would really be appreciated. But it's amazing. Again, Hawaii, they act like, oh, well, we're different from the rest of the country. We have close family relationships that may not be what the president has. Yeah, cousin-in-law. There you go, Tori. Anything and everything to make trouble. That's what we're doing. It's just anything. But like I said, the State Department said, fiancés are exempted. So yes, they can come on in. Third cousin twice removed. Exactly. And those people that just today feel like they're your cousin, or those people that call you cuz, hey cuz. The Katinas, I don't know if you know them. They're a group from the islands, South Pacific, and they call everybody cousins. So, dead relatives. Well, in California, Marianne, that would be acceptable. Let's send everyone to Hawaii first. There you go. Good idea. Let's go through Hawaii. Sup, cuz. That's right. Yep, the Katinas call everybody their cousins, and so that means anybody and everybody would be okay. Good, Monique. Glad you're there. So anybody that votes, people that are here illegally, you could think they're your cousin, right? I know, it's just a temporary ban until October. And put them up in a no-fly list until vetted, Laura said. Yeah, they can stay in Hawaii, have a nice little time over there. We are all related, Marlene. That's true, one way or the other. 6 degrees of separation. So relatives in jail, yeah. Bras too, yeah. Why not, Lisa? So Katina's got great music. I know, Asher. I love them. They've come to my church before. I love them. Ban Kevin Bacon. Poor Kevin. Poor Kevin. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, so, I mean, Hawaii, anything that they can do to kind of try to stop something again. I love bacon on a burger. A nothing burger with bacon. How about that, Marianne? You'll love this out of California. Hold on for your hats on this one. San Francisco has a sanctuary city. I know that's going to shock you, but they do. And so, I know, Tori, it's coming. Asher says she loves Kevin Bacon too. Okay, good. Trump says something outrageous that he knows to be true. Media jumps on it. Yes, classic trap. So, San Francisco, in their sanctuary city, What they promise is they're not going to turn you over to ICE. They're not going to allow you, when you're here illegally, to be turned over. You're going to be protected in the sanctuary city in San Francisco that most people can't afford to live in because it's so darn expensive. But don't worry, they have maps that tell you where you shouldn't walk, where the poo is, where people go on the streets. They tell you, places to avoid and things like that. Yes, the chain link fence would be fine around San Francisco, and whatever. Um, so, in their infinite wisdom, there was an illegal immigrant. Let's say alleged. Okay, just so that we're clear. Alleged illegal immigrant who got arrested in San Francisco or detained. Let's say they ran something on him. They decided they couldn't. I think they couldn't arrest him at the moment, something like that about the story. And so they let him go. And instead of being just sneaking out the back and going away, ICE picked him up after they kind of let him out. Yeah, here the PC on that. And so, because ICE picked him up in this sanctuary city due to the fact that he was detained and then let go, and they somehow got that information, they sued the city of San Francisco. And guess what? The illegal immigrants who were in San Francisco, who got picked up by ICE, are going to receive, in a settlement, $190,000. So there you go. So if you want, come to San Francisco, get yourself arrested or detained, get an ICE, call ICE yourself and say, here I am. And then when you walk out the jail, get picked up by them, and then you want to sue the city. Yeah, I know, it's absolutely sickening. And the picture of them, of the illegal immigrants getting, knowing that they won, they're just all happy and just, because they got $190,000 in their pocket. And now they can just go and, can you imagine taking that? Hey, how are you? Is that Jamie with a different name? Legals have more rights than citizens. That's true. They do. So, $190,000, the prepped. Yes, it is. Take that, America, the prepped. Now I can say that name. I love it. What are you confused about, Barbara? Barbara's confused, but thank you, Jamie. I so appreciate that. Thank goodness. Take that, America. Welcome. The confusing part is why we have a sanctuary city in San Francisco and why we have a sanctuary city anywhere in the United States. That's the confusing part. That's all you need to know. That's something that we shouldn't have. Carmen, but it irritates more people. So being able to sue, I know. Well, because when you have a policy like a sanctuary city policy, then you're breaking your own policy, and that's why they can sue. Who will serve them Starbucks? You know what? They have a whole lot of money. They can buy a lot at Starbucks. Hey, Bob, good to see you. Everybody, if you'll take that 3-dot plunge and invite your followers, I would really appreciate it. We're in the home stretch. Home stretch. So anyway, there you go. And if you want to visit a city, I would say don't visit San Francisco. But they have no rights. Yeah, Barbara. Unfortunately, or they have more rights than you and I, probably. I don't know. I don't get free health care. I should run for Congress. Ah. Yeah, I don't know that I would last a day with the liberals in Congress. I just don't think that would happen. I couldn't take it. And I think they would say, could you just not come back around here anymore? Maybe we should denounce our citizen. Marianne, if you did, if you denounced your citizenship and came back, you would get more. Susan, what is the deal with the travel ban? Well, Jamie, it's just that Hawaii is filed a lawsuit wanting a clear definition of what a relationship is, basically so they can try to screw with the president one more time. Asher said, that infuriates me when I can't afford the basics here. Can't wait to move, Asher said. I know. I understand. You are welcome. Take that, Jamie. So here's something else that you should know about, especially that anybody who lives in Michigan, who's in this man's district. Do you realize yesterday that there was only one person who voted against Kate's law, who's a Republican? Do you know that? Because that's not something that really you're going to see in mainstream media. Does anybody know who it is? Yeah, well, I guess, Jamie, when you just don't care, Illegal immigration has little to do with compassion and more to do with political gain. Yes, Obama did so he could study the Quran for a year. His dad could not get him to unless he did. Yes, that's right. It's Justin Amish, Amash. I think that's how you pronounce his last name. He's a Republican from Michigan. On his, and I wrote an article about it today at SusanKnowles.com if you want to go there and see that. He's a Republican, Marianne. He's the only Republican who did not vote for Kate's law. His Twitter account says, laws must be general, equal, and certain. That's a quote from F.A. Hayek. And on Twitter he said, I voted no today on 2 bills that together violate the 1st, 4th, 5th, 10th, and 11th Amendments. I will always defend our Constitution. Hey, Alaska Bush Life, how are you? Hey, Early. He is a Democrat. Yeah, of course, he's like John McCain. Amish. Yeah, it was a different pronunciation in Wiki, so I don't know. Who cares how to pronounce his name at this point? People on Twitter were not too happy with him, as you might guess. And I have all the, a lot of the tweets in my, Water Rhino, all the tweets in my article that people were expressing their displeasure with him. One liberal, though, pretty much said it all and thanked him for voting against it. So, and she even said, I'm a liberal and thank you for voting against it. So that says it all. A lot of people were saying, you're out. In 2018, you're out. Kate's law passed 257 to 167, with 1 Republican voting no and 25 Democrats voting yes. I don't know why all the Democrats didn't vote yes. Thank you, Straight Fiction. Thanks for coming in. Happy 4th of July if you're in America. And No Sanctuary for Criminals Act passed 228 to 195. 3 Democrats voted yes. 7 Republicans voted no on the Sanctuary Cities bill. I hope Kate's law will pass the Senate. It should, because they get their votes that way. And Justin in Michigan didn't say why that it violated the 1st, 4th, 5th, 10th, and 11th. I have no idea. And I don't, I looked him up just to see kind of his background. His parents are from Palestine. I believe they're Christians from Palestine. His father is. They came here for a better life. He is Greek Orthodox, and, it's about all I know about him. Good time to jump in that race, out with the bad Republican, in with the new one. Absolutely. He needs to go. Oh, hey, Donna, good to see you. It's okay, better late than never. Please invite your followers. Hey, how are you, Rodney? Good to see you. Senators and congressmen getting all constitutional on us all of a sudden. Yeah, isn't that funny, Rodney, how that works? And I wonder who told him, here, put these numbers down. Some people will recognize this from the Constitution, and it'll be okay. You can squeeze through and lie, and maybe somebody will buy your BS. I forgot his name, but he posted that he got ripped apart. It's Justin Amish, Amash, the Bill of Wrongs. Exactly. Exactly. Monique Monique said, "That's insane. Are you sure you don't want to come to Indiana, Susan? We've got some beautiful land out here, huge Lake Michigan, and even land for horsey grazing." I don't know. Some days, man, you just want to leave California. Vote Republican, no liberal crats, clean the swamp. Okay, if I have. Yes, Rodney, I will expect that. Please do. Please do. Rodney is going to heckle me from over there in Facebook Live. So, you remember Rodney Lee Conover that came in about a week or so ago? He's back. You guys loved him then. You'll love him again. I call him a comedian. He says he's not one, but you know. When you are elected, you do what your people want you, not what you like being a defense. Yeah, you know what, Barbara? That's the way it used to be. That's the way it's supposed to be. That's not the way it is, though. You know, we've had a lot of things like in San Diego where you elect a mayor. We had a mayor one time in San Diego when San Diego was a conservative town, and people did not want anything with to do with like the gay marriage or gay rights type thing, and his daughter happens to be a lesbian, and so he voted against what the majority of the people wanted in San Diego. So, everybody was like, wait a minute, you're working for us. And apparently he wasn't. They vote for the money, yes. 2 machete-wielding men arrested in Cardiff outside the stadium where Justin Bieber is playing tonight. Wow. Wow. I know it's sadly true, Barbara. They don't represent the voice of the people anymore. They go there, they do what they want to do in order to make the money, and they don't really care about what you and I want. They do what lobbyists pays the most. We try to protect Americans, and they fight us. That's right, Marianne. Hey, Amy, thanks for sharing. Thanks for being here. Rodney says, what? What do you mean, Rodney? And once they do, all they do is immediately start running for office again. Exactly. Justin Bieber. And where? In Canada, I guess, right, Hugh? Justin Bieber's in Canada. If that's the case, and he's from Palestine, then you'd pronounce his name like Amash. Okay, Monique. Yeah, somebody else was saying Amash, too. Amash. I mean, I want it unelected. He said Cardiff, Rodney Lee. Conover, Cardiff. Never seen a president as great as Trump. I know. And maybe Ronald Reagan, but the only one I can think of. I met Bieber once. He was very nice, Marianne said. If that's the case, and he's from, yeah. Cardiff is in Wales. Okay, sorry, Hugh. He's in Wales. Okay. Have a safe trip, Rodney. Good to see you again. Cardiff is in Wales. That's where Justin Bieber is, Rodney. Homage to dissenting rhino. Yes. Justin has a screw loose, Barbara said. I'm not a Justin Bieber fan, so I don't know. I have no idea. I'll let all those people at the concert figure that one out, I guess. So go to my website, SusanKnowles.com, get that article. You'll love it. You'll love the tweets in there. Too much too soon, never paid attention. How many hearts do you have, Susan? I don't know, Carmen. Canada doesn't want Bieber back. Not a Justin Bieber fan. He's dead to you. Justin has many loose screws, Hugh said. Or is he spoiled? Yeah, who knows? I mean, they don't live the same kind of life. Okay, Tori, have a great one. Have a great 4th of July. We'll see you on Monday. Have a great weekend preparing for the 4th of July. I saw Jamie with his 4th of July candles and getting prepared. Let's set a goal, regular hearts, 3 million. Hey, that would be great. I don't have 3 million hearts, so that'd be good. Let's stop dishing the Bieber. It's kind of like Meek and Joe. You really don't want to talk about him too long. You don't want to give him that much attention. He'll just want more. Reagan was great, but he couldn't have withstood the treatment Trump gets. I agree with that. We're heading to Alabama. Oh, cool, Laura. Are you going to the beach? Please help you. I once had Bieber fever, but I grew out of it. Asher is a recovering Bieber fan. It's Canada's birthday tomorrow, Hugh said. Happy birthday. 1,509,657 hearts, Wayne says that I have. Justin Bieber is a nice kid. How about we give kids a break who get tens of millions of dollars thrown in their faces at the young age, at a young age? I know, exactly. Well, and that Rodney said that changes you. I once was given $100 when I was 16 and I ended up in jail. Rodney said, so don't give Rodney $100 as a kid or maybe as an adult. We won't want to try that. No, he's a young man now, Barbara said. Usher discovered him. Wow. Happy birthday to Canada, Tamara. Oh, Canada. Marianne said, LOL, Rodney. Cut them a little slack, okay? Yeah. Only if they'll cut me a check, Rodney. That does speak volumes. Yes, Usher got him. Usher discovered Rodney, too. I wish Usher would discover me. That'd be fine. I wouldn't complain. Sneaking into the theater, Rodney said. How about the kids give us a break? Know what you're talking about. I saw Usher. Oh my God, I'm in love with him now, Usher said. Did he kick you out, Rodney? He shouldn't have. I can't think of anyone who could have withstood the title onslaught from all angles apart from Donald Trump. Absolutely. I think you're right about that. Here's some other interesting news from California. Hey, Danielle, good to see you. Thank you, everybody, for inviting your followers. Clueless in Florida, Marlene said. A federal judge, everybody, this is a kind of a win for California, because they don't, California doesn't like the Second Amendment. They just, the Supreme Court just decided that they weren't going to hear a case regarding concealed carry. So we're kind of stuck with no concealed carry in California except for very few reasons. Rodney said clueless in Florida is redundant. So whoever said clueless in Florida, it's redundant. So the federal judge in San Diego U.S. District Court blocked a law that would have banned magazines holding more than 10 bullets. He said in a ruling that the law banning possession of magazines containing more than 10 bullets would have made criminals of thousands of otherwise law-abiding citizens who now own those magazines. You get some laughs here for sure in Florida. He issued a preliminary injunction. Rodney said you can conceal carry in Florida on Tuesdays before 4 p.m. only. Probably right before happy hour. Is that the way it is? He issued a preliminary injunction backing the legal challenge by the NRA, the California Rifle and Pistol Association. The judge says the law approved by voters in November takes away gun owners' Second Amendment rights and amounts to the government taking people's private property without compensation. And that, my friends, came from California. Early bird conceal, Rodney said. I hope Cali does leave the U.S. The Dems will lose 55 electoral votes. Dems will never see office. Dan went off on that last night. He's a big gun guy. Early bird specials in Florida, Rodney, is every day. That's what somebody said in there. In Florida, the NRA and the AARP just merged. The NRAAARP. That's what it'll be now. Get your permits now. You know, Huey, it's just so crazy. You don't know from 1 minute to the next what's going to happen. We keep our magazines exactly. Like you're going to go turn in your clip. Barbara, you know, it's sad, but there would be some people that would, because there are days out here in California when they say, turn in your gun and we'll give you like $100 or $5, whatever, and they do. We'll take up a collection for me to move. Thank you. Bunch of blue hairs and Q-tips in Florida, Marlene said. Getting concealed carry through Utah, and it's good for 31 states. Hey, that's a good idea, Nancy. I like that. Yeah, I think, you know, in California, even if it's for, if you say I need to conceal carry because I have fear for my safety, they may still not give you a concealed carry. Come to Vegas. I know. Las Vegas gal, Marianne, you know, my husband would love to live in Vegas. Hard to get mine on that. Texas is open carry. I know. I know. California, I'm ready to move. My husband, on the other hand, it's got to find a job someplace else, and that would be difficult. But it's just getting crazier and crazier here every single day, and you just don't want that door to close, that final door before you get out. Carrie said that's so true. Tulare County, California is pro concealed carry. Wow. Great scope. Thank you. Left Illinois 6 years ago. Georgia open carry. I got mine last year, and I feel better when I take it while unsure areas of Chattanooga. Can't use it in California, but there's talk Trump will allow grandfathering in the present permits. Yeah, I mean, California is going to fight that all the way, Nancy. It's, no matter what. What is Mississippi? Does anybody know? It's a state, Carmen. I would not want to live in California, Amanda said. Brown forbade travel to Texas. Yeah, if you're a business. Bob, yeah, Brown is crazy. San Bernardino County is actually pretty easy to get concealed carry. Good, Rodney. I'll be doing that. I left California, missed it, but couldn't take the craziness. Karen said. The thing of it is, California is absolutely beautiful, but it's crazy. I knew that, Carmen. I know, Rodney. I'm gonna really look into that. But if you get permit now during this window, it's a very good idea. It's a good idea anytime, Nancy. Anytime. Florida, stand your ground and shoot your first ask questions later. Too many nuts for me, Laura said. Yeah, they used to call it the land of the fruits and nuts. LA County is bad. Huh. It's amazing, Rodney. San Bernardino County, that's where they had that terrorist attack at Christmas, right? So if people in that room had concealed carry, maybe that guy would not have killed as many people as he did. It's the most beautiful state, in your opinion? Karen, it is beautiful. Just dig the hole first. Yes, exactly. President just went live. I've never been to California. Teresa, it's someplace. Southern California is great. Thanks, Carmen. Northern California is great as well. And, so you really should see it. Papa Fred update just went live. Does anybody know about how Papa Fred is doing? I don't know if Early is still in here. San Diego rocks. But do they still carry there, Rodney? I didn't think they did. We'll be back on Monday, for Carmen. Cali is great, but the people, I know. Have you visited East Tennessee? Teresa, I used to live in North Carolina. I grew up in North Carolina, so I've driven through Tennessee, different parts of it. Yosemite is breathtaking. It is, Asher. Don't need to. That's true, Rodney. I guess you don't need to there. Our Governor Abbott retaliated by inviting California businesses to come here in Texas. That's great. Who would want to shoot anyone in San Diego? Yeah. Well, unfortunately, they did in La Jolla. That crazy guy in La Jolla. North Carolina is very pretty. It is. The mountains of North Carolina, where I'm from, are spectacular. Come back to the East Coast. I'm telling you, it's very tempting. Thank you, Donna. Thank you for the super hearts. I told Jamie if he would only give me some property, land next to his, then, we could come to South Carolina, but I don't think he's going to do that. Yes, the concern in Texas is too many California people coming there. Let's face it, God bless America. And see, Barbara, that is one thing that you need to be concerned about, because when people from California come into Texas or wherever else, they really try to change whatever state they're into. They try to change it into California. They did that in North Carolina, in Raleigh, in the central North Carolina. They ruined that part of the state. Just like Massachusetts, beautiful but crazy, Monique said. Yeah, so you really have to you have to watch out for Californians. They sometimes they leave. Yes, and it's driving up the house prices in Texas. My son's moving from Seattle to Oakland. Oh no, Oakland's not a good place. I love Santa Fe, New Mexico. It's gorgeous. Yeah, Californians, they complain sometimes about California, but when they go to another state, then they start forgetting why they left California, and they want the same thing in that state, and it kind of starts to ruin the state. So you have to say no, because it'll turn very liberal if you don't. Texas needs to vet for conservatives only. America needs National Housing Authority. Housing bubble here in Florida. People selling houses in 2 days. Wow. Yeah, in Southern California, sometimes you can sell a house in about less than a week. Trump speaking with South Korea guy. Yeah. I don't know if you heard, and maybe you don't care, Greta Van Susteren is out at MSNBC. She's only been there for 6 months. A lot of people were saying that maybe it was due to ratings. Other people are saying it's because they wanted to put a lefty in her place. So she's out. Yeah, our housing is going up because they sell in Cali and pay cash and offer more to get one they want. I did hear that, Donna said. Yeah, I don't know where Greta's going to go now. It's kind of sad. I mean, I think she left a good position in at Fox. I don't know if she left on her own or if they asked her to leave. But it seems people like Greta, people like Megyn Kelly, once they left there, they can't find another place where they have the same type of audience and the same type of appeal for people. Greta is great, Lisa said. Greta left because it conflicted with Scientology meetings. That's probably true, Rodney. Pray for her soul. She thinks she has an alien inside her. Really? Marlene? She left Fox when Ailes left. Yeah. Yeah, maybe she didn't want to be under the Murdochs, but, I don't know what the problem was. But, I don't know what they're going to be doing. Asher, don't go to New England. If anyone thinks California is bad, New England is worse than the Twilight Zone, Monique said. She is a Scientology student. Marlene said that. I guess that's what Rodney was talking about. Scientology is a bit much, Nancy said. Greta left Fox because no one was hitting on her, Rodney said. And she had that facelift too. I mean, she actually got, sort of some nip and tuck on her face. Also in news, Susan Rice is going to be appearing before the House Intel Committee sometime in July, and that's according to CNN. So take that with a grain of salt. I think she declined to appear before the Senate Judiciary Committee. Who knows why? But a spokesperson for Rice said she is cooperating with bipartisan Russia investigations. Russia. So, we'll see if she goes there. Also, you'll love this. Under what the money that we're talking about people spending money hand over fist in the government, what needs to be done. Monique said her husband is a realtor in Indiana, just in case anyone is looking. Susan Rice will just blame World War II on a YouTube video. Rodney said, absolutely. So let's see, under Obama, the public housing complex in New Jersey is in desperate need of repairs. Everything is falling down. They have over 600 units, and it's with the Department of Housing and Urban Development there. The Inspector General went there in March, did an audit. They're questioning $1.2 million spent by the authority between 2014 and 2016. They spent over $90,000 on ineligible items, including Costco memberships, AAA memberships, an award dinner, gift cards, flowers, a salary advancement, golf, and banquets. So there you have it. So you have a HUD in New Jersey under Obama that was spending money inappropriately, not just a little bit of money, but $90,000. Yes. And you'll be also glad to know, sorry I missed some comments. Marlene. I was saying that HUD in New Jersey, in this one particular town, they spent over $90,000 on Costco memberships, AAA memberships, award dinners, gift cards, flowers, salary advancement, golf, and banquets. Stealing from the poor once again when the Democrats are in charge. But they love the poor. And also, Nashville, Tennessee was looking to become a sanctuary city. It was, I guess, the mayor there thought that, or the councilman there thought that they were going to be able to do that, intended to make the city's growing foreign born population feel safer in their communities. Nashville said, sorry. Nashville, Tennessee stood up. So good for Nashville. Nashville needs to come out and get that philosophy in California. So, my goodness. But I hope you guys all have a great weekend. Thank you so much for coming today. If you would please on Facebook Live, please share this. On Periscope, please go ahead and retweet this. On YouTube, if you would retweet it, that would be great. Was it Lakewood? I'm not sure. Let me see. It was in Campton Gardens in Irvington. There, Carrie. We can all make fun of you. You're Catholic, Nancy said. Nashville is protecting country music songwriters from prosecution each and every day, Rodney, each and every day. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We'll see you back on Monday. Have a great weekend. Take care, you guys. All right, take care. Everybody on YouTube, thank you so much for coming.